Hello and welcome back to Three Blind Mice Media, where today we've got something that's a bit more professional, a bit more higher end, which we've been allowed to come and kind of film behind the scenes at. We are at Pit Straight at the Wing at Silverstone, and today there is a shoot where basically a lot of the cars going into the Silverstone Auctions lot are having some promotional footage done, and there are some tasty bits in this room, full of history and likely to go for six figures and above. So we're going to basically just sort of not get in anyone's way, have a look at everything that's going on and try and enjoy these cars and show you guys a bit more of a backdoor look. With that, let's get on.
So the first thing that we're going to have a look around is this. It's ex-Richard Burns 2001 Impreza WRC car. This thing does all sorts of adult things to me that I'm not allowed to tell you about. But this is going up for, this is estimated 380 to 420,000 pounds at the Silverstone Classic auction. Again, it's all a bit slapdash because we don't know how long we've got to film it, because it's going to go out on track in a minute to have the whole promotional video done. It's fantastic. I mean, the guys lit up the dashboard for us as well to have a little look around it and see, you know, fuel level, it's got what gear you're in, all the new, you know, it's fantastic. I mean, hydraulic handbrake, it's just, there you go. Do you get it?
I did.
Excellent. I mean, again, weight can't convey on camera, but that door is so light. It's just fabulous. I mean, it sits so well, and you can imagine it going around stages and driving from stage to stage. Because
did this car itself actually win anything?
This year, they actually won the World Championship 2001 because Mk1 had a big crash at Rally GB. This is right up my street. I can't even tell you how much it's up my street. This particular car did the 2001 Monte Carlo rally and the Swedish rally as well. 5-door Impreza rally car, you know, it doesn't actually get much cooler than that. Yes, and obviously Richard Burns is no longer with us, so it's got an eerie, wonderful, eerie sort of historic feel to it as well. But here you go. That's the first car we've been able to look around. The Impreza.
Huzzah.
Indeed.
Something a bit more in my speed here. I'm not a Lamborghini man at heart, but this one does take my fancy. This is an Lamborghini Guyada LP550-2. Yes, I have checked, don't worry, okay. It is a 550. Yeah, I know me spitting out the facts. 2 referring to the fact that it is two-wheel drive. Only 250 of them made, and they were distinctly shown with this white and gold stripe. That is how you knew you had a Balboni. Why is it called a Balboni? Well, why do you ask? Lamborghini had a famous test driver called Valentino Balboni. He was one of their favourites. He was the man of the sauce. I think he worked on the Miura and all the way up through. So he was part of the furniture at Lamborghini, and they basically attributed him with this car. And the idea was it went to rear-wheel drive, because if you are a driver, supposedly rear-wheel drive is more for the purists. You feel more, etc., etc. But this one is coming up for sale, estimated between 140 and 180k. Just since we've been doing this, cars that go further back just appeal to me more, and this is a Lamborghini I really would think about buying. Right, so the next car we're going to have a look at is another one of my favourite cars. They're really teasing me today because they're not letting me drive them. No. But they should. This is the next one. It's a Mk1 Lotus Cortina, which is one of my favourite cars because I've been lucky enough to see them race at the Classic, and they really, you have to manage the power. They slide beautifully. Where am I going? Are we over here? We back? Follow gear. We're still getting used to the new tech, by the way, so forgive us. Or rather, Ben is. But yes, it's all very, I don't think this is a particularly special one in terms of history, but it is a Mk1 Lotus Cortina. I think it's kind of going 40 to 60,000 pounds, maybe, roundabouts. It is fabulous. It's all stripped out as you'd expect a classic touring car to be. But yes, these things, it's kind of the perfect size of classic touring car actually, because obviously you've got your minis and then you've got your big American V8 cars, and this just was a sweet spot. It sat in the middle beautifully, and obviously it's eligible for
all sorts of...
I am coming round. They're learning with us.
They are.
I'll keep on that shot, stay there.
Cool, so it's obviously eligible for all sorts of weekend attributions and activities. Goodwood, Classic, Silverstone Classic, Spa, Classic Touring Car Racing, the lot, it'll be perfect for. So yes, one of my all-time favourite cars, and if anybody's got one, please let me drive it because I'm desperate to have a go in a Mk1 Lotus Cortina.
Aye.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so the next car we're going to talk about is this. It's a 1988 Eurobrunn. Eurobrunn. I think that's how you pronounce it.
So named because of Swiss lottery, what they called slot machines, yes, called Walter Brunn.
Oh, so it was his...
It was him, yes.
Ah.
So the premise of this car is you could buy the engine. Which
is a Cosworth DFV V8, one of the most successful and iconic, if not the most iconic, Formula One engine.
It was basically an engine that you could buy, and if you could manage to put a chassis and a driver around it, you could literally enter F1. There was like a craze where you could basically enter it yourself if you were wealthy enough, not like today.
Honestly, which brings us on to driver package. If we're talking about driver package, let's talk Stefano Modena. That was it's his car. I don't think it was a particularly successful car, but I mean the engine is really what you're buying into, that DFV V8. Eligible, of course, for many, many weekend activities, including, I imagine, F1 demos. There we go, Ben's catching up with me again on the thing. Many F1 demos. I think it's too late for Masters historic F1 cars. I could be wrong, but again, we talk about it as if it's not a successful Formula 1 car, but if you were to sit in there and put your foot down, you'd be scared as well. And that was the horn of an XK. Right, well, carrying on, obviously. It looks very tight in there. The chap who's going to drive it was sat in it for about 20 minutes, and he revved it and started it up, warmed it up. But yes, so the 1988 Eurobrunn Formula 1 car.
Yeah, for just under £300,000.
Oh, is that what it's got? Is that what it's
estimated for anywhere between 250 to 275. But for that
so
money,
you get the engine, the package, slick tyres, the whole look, Marlboro livery. I'm even dressed like it, look.
Yeah, there you are.
So there you go. That's the next car.
Fantastic. So, that has been a bit of an inside look at how Silverstone Auctions get their cars prepped and photoed ready for the event. It's been fantastic. We've met some great people, seen some fantastic cars, and seen the behind the scenes of some fantastic film work. Here they all covered in a line, which... I mean, it's not a bad day's work, is it, really? What a lineup. They're all fantastic, and it's been brilliant to see how this actually comes together and what it actually means to auction a car off at Silverstone. Also just being in, I don't know what garage they are in, but all the F1 teams were literally there a couple of weeks ago. So fantastic to be at Silverstone, fantastic to be invited. That's the roller we went out in. It is loud, that one. Thank you very much for the opportunity to come down and meet everyone. It's been brilliant. We'll see you in the next video. Please stick around. Thank you very much.
You sounded like the Queen when you said that.
Thank you very much.